am not the type of writer and editor who loves reading in her spare time. A lot of writers and editors do. They just want words all the time in their free time. It's a form of relaxation for them as well. It is not a form of relaxation for me, perhaps because I do edit a lot. I do both for work, obviously, but I read so much for work. For me, it's just, it feels like work if I'm reading in my spare time, but that doesn't mean that there isn't a lot of great stuff to read and a lot of great things that I would like to read. I just don't feel like it when it is time for me to unwind or relax, usually. So I have a lot of digital books, and I was going through all the books that I've purchased digitally over the years, and because they're on my phone is how I read them, it has the percentage of how much I've finished, and I usually stop reading a book around 12%. There were a lot of 12% in there, which I found really interesting, and I was looking back at all these books, and I'm still interested in the topics. Plus, there are tons of other books. I think, reading is really motivational. When you read good writing, it is so motivating as a writer. So I totally get why many writers and editors are just huge readers in their spare times as well. It is very beneficial if you enjoy that. So I decided to get back into reading, but with a different approach than how I would normally go about it. I think there's a lot of emphasis, rightly so, on finishing a book. You want to complete one book. But for me, and how slowly I read and get through things, it's too big of a goal. So to make that more realistic, I started reading multiple books, but only for short periods of a time. So I may be looking at 5 books right now, and I will just read 1 or 2 pages from each one as a reading session. I'm not concerned about just sticking with one book and committing to that and finishing the whole book. That's fine. That's a traditional way to read, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like these micro reading sessions where I like making progress on multiple books, and it doesn't have to be a lot of progress. If I read 2 pages from one book, I could get ideas. I can get really inspired. I feel like I did something that I want to do that is a productive activity. So I really recommend, if you struggle with finishing one book, take the pressure off of finishing that one book and just make short reading sessions in multiple books that you are interested in, and you will finish them all eventually. It might take some time, but who really cares? If it's enjoyable, if you're learning, if you're getting something out of it, and if it's an activity that will ultimately make you a better writer because it's something that you can learn from, who cares about finishing? Who cares? So that is how I'm currently spending some of my free time reading. I'm probably going to do that right now. I'm going to read a couple pages from several different books, and I feel really good about it, and it's something that I look forward to. So just an opportunity here to reframe how you are approaching something. If it's not working for you, but you're still interested in it, and you're looking for a way to make it a more realistic possibility. So now it is your turn to comment by giving this video a thumbs up or giving it a thumbs down, subscribe or unsubscribe. And if you are still with me, I will talk with you soon.